Hello. During this time, I read a message from the backstage of his house. Most of them are asking some questions related to interruptions. Well, that's the main thing to talk about here. Wi-Fi is interrupted. Take this rtl8188ee as an example. What about interruption? One of its sins. In fact, it is a phased process. First of all, the driver needs to enter an acceptable interrupt and enter such a state of IFR technology. And then, let's use another method of sending in the middle section. This approach has already been open-sourced on GitHub. In this way, we can send the middle section out in order to enter the financial FR technology. That's the open-source part. Needless to say, we're interrupted by this MSI because of the plan. So on MSI, you can actually stare at it here. Okay. And we just need to send an MSI interrupt. Can you open it for here? For this mid-section. Why is that? The way they open-sourced it. Here MSI-X, they formed a bag by themselves. In fact, there are also friends in the background asking about So here's a brief explanation. It's this fork link. This chip of the IT7. It is for MSI, or traditional endpoint. It is due to its IP number. It can be assembled automatically, so we don't have to worry. There is no need to consider the address of this address, or what is the maintenance content. Well, this can be sent automatically. Yeah. One more idea before I do that. Is this the interruption? In fact, it is like sending a data packet to an address. This data packet, BMSSI. It is written in this CFG configuration space. It's all here. It is different for MSI. It's in the MSI-X table. This table is usually written in this bar. Well, here's a brief mention of this. You can continue to talk in detail, if necessary. Well, keep watching this MSI break after opening it. In fact, this sending is just process. No problem. Mainly lies how do we get it right into a senior technology? For this, 81888 China technology, the relevant function it drives is this piece. What about this one? We can see it as a computer write value. Write the value. We just have to take a look. What kind of computer is actually fine? Well, let's take a look at this GN7. Then use to this B connector. Then write a small f. Then write to the ERB8 connector as well. Then send the BZFI code, I code, to the BC1 connector. It looks like this is here. Like 58 calculators also write a full At this value. Point it drives into the state of this received interrupt. Then we use this open source method. Remember this, CFJA 7. SV here, we give inheritance here. Then it can be driven positively. You can receive the count correctly. At this point, you can use Java scan to scan it. You will see that this MSI interrupt Please count. This part is not that hard, is it? Because this network interface card, external network interface card, is indeed relatively simple. Okay. Let's talk about some other things about this network interface card later. There are also many people asking in the background. Of course not. The 8181 network may be asking about some other Realtek network is like a static buff or the dynamic buff problem. Okay. Mainly talk about the static bar. Is there a concept in the market? It is actually a real network interface card. Its value within 80 yuan is all down, something like this. Straight down. And this is when you put it can probably load the driver. This method is easier, but it's very limited. Well, just take this 8188 pages for example. Take this one. Some would say he's a great After version. Putting it down, find out this 8188 page. You can also load drivers. Then there is Mac. Well, what's the reason for this? It's him. It's a trick. It's not really a Middle Eastern way. Well, We can this is his Mac calculator. He has a red value. Let's take a look at his Mac ID at 610. That's this. Then it performs a write operation directly. And so when we were dumping, we write the value directly. We'll find exactly the Mac value of this driver. That's the value at 610. Well, this happened by accident, because not all coupons do this. Well, what about this 2180? It's a correct loading process. It's actually on a mystery calculator. In this calculator, it writes and reads here some reads of some values similar to Mac. Okay. In fact, it's about dynamics one by one. What about dynamic this way? You need to use Linux or some other tool to make one. Well, a trace of the calculator. This part is said. Then I will make a separate talk about it later. Well, it feels like 818:1 actually has nothing to say. The friend who asked backstage. After watching this video, if there are any other questions, you can send it again separately. Or I'll make a separate video. See where you interrupt. He won't send it. Yeah. I will also know this firmware related I also generate good. Then students on need can ask me to get it. Yeah. That's it for this video. See you all next time.